Hello everyone! Are you wondering what technology charities are using to enhance their connections to their supporters and their donors? Perhaps you'd like some ideas on how to boost your fundraising and would like some inspiration on what technology is working for other charities. Let's find out what tools other non-profits are using right now. Hello everyone, I'm Louise from the Social Strategy Cafe and it's lovely to have you here. This channel provides tools and tips for strategically developing your nonprofit. So it doesn't matter whether you work for a charity, you work for an NGO or a social enterprise. So we all know that relationships are key to fundraising. And perhaps you'd like to drive your fundraising forward by deepening your relationships with your supporters and donors, but you want to try something a bit different. Grab yourself a cuppa and let's take a look. Charities are embracing a wave of new technologies to increase their impact and to deepen their engagement with their donors and their communities. And these technologies are enhancing their relationships with their existing donors and even developing new ones. But which ones are really working to increase fundraising? And which developments should your organisation consider? Of course, there are the crowdfunding and fundraising platforms like Global Giving and GoFundMe, CRMs such as Salesforce, Nonprofit Cloud, and Bloomerang, which you can use to campaign for funds and manage your donors, and even online auction sites such as GiveButter and HandBid. But is there anything else happening? Charity Water is providing real-time donation tracking on their website. According to data collected by Blackboard, 60% of millennials say that their own donation decisions depend on seeing real-time gift impact. And Gen Z donors make an average of 5.3 donations annually when they can track outcomes. So if you can develop a technological approach to your projects, which are illustrated on your website, you are ahead of the curve, and this will transform your static websites into dynamic platforms that demonstrate your mission progress in real time. Charity Water has also been experimenting with the Experience Lab, which is an immersive storytelling experience about humanity's search for water. The experience is free and accessible to all age groups and takes about 60 minutes. The exhibit demonstrates what a world looks like without water, what is lurking in your water when seen through a microscope, and what it's like to carry water for long distances when you're a girl in Uganda responsible for collecting the family's water supply. In the first 6 months, 5,000 people visited the exhibit, generating $2.2 million in donations. Charity Water's exhibit is static, but yours doesn't have to be. You could create a mobile exhibit which could travel to different schools or to public locations. If you don't want to yet invest in an immersive experience, you could invest in virtual reality or augmented reality. Virtual reality can work really well to tell compelling stories about the realities of your beneficiaries' lives. Amnesty International used cheap VR headsets to fundraise on the streets of London and Manchester in the United Kingdom, highlighting the devastating bombing in the streets of Aleppo in Syria. Amnesty International saw a 16% increase in direct debit sign-ups after using this approach. The Tamian Olon AR tour on the site of the Santa Clara University in the United States is using augmented reality to highlight the story of the Olon people who have stewarded the land Santa Clara University is built on for thousands of years. They are using augmented reality to act as a social justice and storytelling device to make native pasts and presents more visible at the university. The Give a Little Champion app is a charity donation app that offers tap to pay on both iPhone and Android, which allows you to turn your supporters and volunteers into mobile fundraisers. The app makes it really easy to collect donations in the moment and works well no matter if you are a local or a national cause. It supports Apple Pay, Google Pay and Tap to Pay donations using physical cards. It's a brilliant way to scale up your supporter-led fundraising during your fundraising events. According to UK Fundraising, over 10,000 charities are now using this app to collect cashless donations, and the platform has helped them raise over £60 million, which is over 80 million US dollars. Apps are also facilitating micro-volunteering, which can engage people who only have very short amounts of time, perhaps during a coffee break, either locally or around the world, with your charity and your beneficiaries. Be My Eyes is an example. It's an app which connects volunteer helpers with those who are visually impaired to help them with small tasks, such as reading a menu in a restaurant or reading the expiry date on medication. According to Wikipedia, 8.3 million volunteers have helped users across 150 countries and in 180 languages through the Be My Eyes app. Nonprofit Pro suggests developing a crowdsourced content calendar. This approach invites supporters to contribute their stories, their photos, their ideas and perspectives, which can allow nonprofits to transform fundraising from a monologue into a meaningful conversation between your organisation and the members of your community. Donors then become more like active participants in an organisation and play a more integral part in the organisation's public narrative. The first step is to gain supporters' views and motivations for supporting the cause and use polls and surveys to understand the kind of content that supporters want to see. Then establish a dynamic, living calendar that adapts to donor feedback. You can host live discussions on social media where supporters can ask questions and ensure you have feedback loops to keep supporters engaged and informed, and so they feel appreciated for their involvement. In this way, you can encourage supporters to become effective brand ambassadors and feel more valued and involved. Charity Excellence in the UK is offering free AI grant writing for charity applications and tenders. Although it's based in the UK and built for small UK charities, it can actually be useful for any charity which needs to write applications. It won't be perfect or replace an excellent bid writer, but it can really help with the process and save you a lot of time. The Stanford Social Innovation Review believes that AI can be an essential tool to enhance relationships with your donors. They believe that there are 5 ways that AI will be able to revolutionize donor engagement and fundraising through personalization at scale, leveraging predictive AI for donor retention, through AI-enhanced engagement, through optimizing giving experiences with AI-powered fundraising campaigns, micro-giving and crowdfunding, and deploying chatbots for donor support and engagement. An example of personalization at scale is Dotaro, which is a company that uses machine learning to help nonprofits make smarter fundraising decisions by analysing donor databases and predicting donor behaviour. Save the Children Netherlands partnered with Dotaro to identify donors who are likely to upgrade to mid-value giving between $300 and $900 annually. As a result, over 350 mid-value donors were converted, which meant their end-of-year appeal received record-level income. In terms of using predictive AI for donor retention, Animal Haven, a small non-profit which rescues abandoned dogs and cats, partnered with AI platform Fundraise Up to tailor donor experiences in real time, increasing conversion rates and donor retention. Since Animal Haven first adopted AI processes 6 years ago, they have experienced a 264% increase in recurring donors. An example of a system which offers AI-enhanced engagement with optimizing giving experiences, according to the Stanford Social Innovation Review, is Golden, an organisation which operates volunteer management software already used by thousands of organisations. The AI part of the system, Goldie, interacts with volunteers and donors and uses AI to translate their goals, intentions, and aspirations. Goldie also leverages AI insights from the conversations users have with it and their behaviour, which enables sustained engagement and fundraising campaigns. And finally, the Stanford Social Innovation Review also suggests that charities should consider the use of chatbots for initial donor support and engagement. The American Red Cross uses Clara, a chatbot function named after the founder of the Red Cross, which helps people with their questions about giving blood and appointments, freeing up staff to manage higher level engagement. There are 4 principles that are recommended by the Stanford Social Innovation Review when using AI by nonprofits. That you create clear guidelines that prioritize human relationships. That you continuously seek feedback to assess AI's real-world impact on donors. That you deploy AI strategically to handle tasks, not relationships. And that you commit to ethical AI use, centering on transparency and trust. Using these principles, they would argue, allows AI to help nonprofits communicate in more personalised and relevant ways to their supporters and donors, which will enhance your fundraising and your donor relationships, and ultimately boost your social impact. Anyway, please let me know about your experiences with any of these or other technologies. And if you have an idea of a video that you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments below. Have a great week.